Alright, let's continue on with Path of Exile. I've been fiddling around with my stash and was trying to figure out how can we use some of the upgrades that we got. Resistances are a bit of a problem, mostly cold resistance, but I think I have it figured out. So the helmet and the gloves are what we actually need. Let me upgrade the quality here. So that's the maximum for now. These colors are fine. We can get some life here. Oh, never mind. We can't get more life here. But we can get some resistances here, right? Right. So cold resistance. That should be good. I kind of need a bit more. 35, that's good. And we're also replacing fire resistance with cold and chaos, if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. So let's try these on. Oh, and also the shield. Oh, never mind. We can craft 250 to 320 evasion. Not sure if it's worth going for block. We'll stick with evasion for now. $251. Okay. Now the question is, how much resistance is... No, we're capped. We even have 76 chaos resistance. So, we're doing good. I'm not going to fiddle around with the shield. Let's place these. Swift Affliction. Oh, Arctic Armor is going to be... That might be a problem. Decoy Totem, that's okay. So we need Malevolence. And we need 4 sockets, that's good. So we're definitely going to need 2 of them linked. 1 has to be green. 2 green. Yeah, that's okay. Yep, going good. Arcane Surge. Linked with Flame Dash. And there's a spare green socket. Can't really use it right now. This wasn't the Divine Blessing, wasn't it? Okay, place that here. Okay, Reservation looks good. These 2 are also fine. But how about defenses? Evasion is 15,400. That's pretty good. Armor with the flask on 2,000. I'm not sure if that's even relevant at this level, but we'll keep it for now. Okay, that's filled. And let's go. Time for a lighthouse map. Place that here. Almost there. These rare have become really tanky.
When I'm ready, and not before. Oops, clumsy me.
All the chests lying around reminded me of a change. It was documented in the patch notes. There's a new caster mastery that gives you a chance to automatically open these chests when you cast spells. I stumbled upon it by accident. I realized the masteries were changed from the patch notes. But here it is. Caster Mastery, the last one on the list. 25% chance to open nearby chests. And it doesn't say chest, so I'm assuming if it procs, it's going to open everything. And that's a warband member. The boss here can be any of the fire warband leaders. Forgot the actual name. Yeah, the Red Blades. This is Lely Goya. Okay, that's for the lighthouse. 24 left. That's actually fine. There's the orchard. Unidentified, but I'm hoping for the best. Sell this one, sell this one. And the Atlas skill point, let me actually place it... where was it? I forgot about this one. Ominous Silence. This one is going to prevent some of the delirium events. I normally ignore the mirrors. I feel much safer now.
And not before.
Okay, and we probably hit a rare with a gem experience bonus. Bane is level 18. Now it's actually 19. That was actually a great find. Should be doing more damage. Convoking Wand. Okay, here we go. And a few more. That dropped an actually identified. That's a Strandman. Oh, the goddess of justice. You have to use the pillars if you need to interrupt these beams. And that's a belfry. Probably got duplicated.
Too much clutter.
Supreme Spike Shield. That's actually a good base. Let me click on Ancient Writings. That's good. No, that's a hybrid one. Still not good enough. Spiked gloves. No. This is a tier 1 map. This is actually Olmec's Sanctum. I recognize it. Okay, we're keeping that one. And as for that card, why is it dropping here? I don't know. Crypt armor, fine. Any decent bases we're going to try. Ambush mitts. And at least it's not Gwenin. Okay, 2 Jin.
Don't got all day.
I probably should clear around here. Chaos damage immunity, we definitely do not want that. Avoid damage from hits. That is alright. Logbook drop chance. Yeah, we're getting that one. There's 4 of them here. And there's 2 more. How is that one still alive? Oh, that's a lot of porcupines. That's a cycling damage reduction again. We get these way too often. No, that's a two-stone ring. This is actually a fractured. Might be worth identifying.
Godslayer.
So that one, no. Unsaid. Selling that. And this one. Attributes, that's not a good fracture.
When I'm ready, and not before.
The fox in the brambles. Not gonna comment on that one. Some of these items, and especially the divination cards, were designed by the supporters, so can't really blame the actual development team for some of that.
Too much clutter.
Oh, there's an orchard. 29 enemies, that's fine, I guess. Just these D6 enemies, D6 maps left. I'm gonna place them in the stash tab. And we can take a break now. But not before we do the Olmec Sanctum.
Godslayer. Good.
Is that a high one? Tier 4? No. Is that one good? No, the life is not the hybrid. And I just placed that on the tab again. Let me get rid of it. So the way we're gonna run this map is we have to go to the 4 different wings, all associated with different elements or chaos. And we fight some of the mini bosses. Tier 1 map. Do we want a ruby flask? Oh, we might need it. And again, probably wait for a higher level one. So Heart of the Silver Monkey, this is just an item that you click on. Shackled boots, okay. That was the first wing. This is the fire one. Here's the boss. Let's enter the arena. Leviak the Volcano. At tier 1, they're really not that difficult. So there's an Eternal. Hand of the Silver Monkey. Let's get that out of the way. Now the other bows, Carnal Boots, yes. And that's honestly not that good. There's a colonnade.
And not before.
Unfortunately, when it comes down to crafting some of these flasks, I feel they diluted the mod pool to the point where it's just not possible to get what you want unless you spend 1,000 alterations, maybe more than 1,000. Tail of the Monkey. Oh no. 25 with 89 life. Could have been worth it if we could actually get rid of the reduced attributes. That was a bizarre mod as well. Mostly there to dilute the pool. Okay, we've got 8 lightning, 14 cold and chaos. Oh, the lightning is covered. Cold is also covered. We're gonna lose chaos. Dexterity. Is it worth swapping to these? Cold damage multiplier, fine. Might as well keep these boots. Maybe when we have enough currency, we can just use one of the annulment orbs and just pray. Shield, ebony shield. Sadist garbs, good. So lightning should be the final wing. And that will conclude our first unique map. This isn't a very exciting one, however...
Too much clutter.
It was one of the oldest ones. The unique maps really haven't changed much. And we're talking about a decade of development in this game. Probably more than a decade. Room for a belt? Yes, we do. What else? Worm scale, sure. Okay, and now that everything is done, let me open a portal. Doubt that we will need it.
When I'm ready and not before.
Olmec has abilities from all the previous bosses, but at such a low tier, we don't have to worry about the damage. Maybe Chaos if you have no resistance. Can we get this one? Yes, we can. Quite a few items. And they're slightly higher level. That's a useless belt. Is that a high tier life? Yes, it is. It's a tier 1. So... that's a Secular that's honestly not that good. The Varnish Cloak is a decent base.
Clatter.
Then again, that one is not. Crypt Armor, no. The Embalmer. Chance to poison. There's no chance to poison here. We have Duration, adds Chaos damage, Vile Toxins. I don't remember that supports him. Level 20 Vile Toxins. So 101 maximum life. That's a T3 evasion, ES, 700, not bad at all. Resistances are very low though. Can't craft a third one. Okay. This one, mostly accuracy. Can craft life. And as for the maps, we have Bone Crypt. Are there any tier 2 maps we are missing? No, there's not. There's no point in trading up the first tier then. What about tier 3? There's a Strand and Primordial Pool. And we're missing a few from then on. But we're slowly getting there. For now though, let me click on the waypoint and visit the encampment. Haven't spoke with Nico since we actually met him for the first time in Act 4.
Looks like shite, eh? Well, don't judge a mine by its entrance. Eternals used to pull all sorts of goodies out of these rocks, and they never had my secret weapon. Just inside the mine shaft is my creaky little crawler. Took one of the old Eternal torture devices and repurposed it. Well, it can still tear your skin off like peeling a fruit, but hopefully it won't try to. Instead, it can lay down a daisy chain of lights powered by that voltaxic sulfite. You'll want to be on the lookout for more of that, mind you. This big beauty next to me, my pride and joy, feeds Crawler with refined and purified sulfite, and it's capable of taking all sorts of the raw materials strewn below ground and turning them into sources of light and explosives. How about you head underground and follow the mechanical little bugger to an azurite vein, eh?
Yes, this is Azurite. Not to be confused with Azurite. We're not gonna be saving Azeroth in this one. We can purchase some of these resonators. We don't have enough currency to do that. Let's try one of the first delves.
This is Crawler, capable of scouting out a few of the valuables hidden down here, but needs your muscle to get to them. Tell it where you want to go, and try to stay alive till you get there. Crawler will burn through sulfite on the way, and we ain't made of sulfite, so choose carefully. How about you follow it to a nearby azurite vein, eh? Make sure you stick near Crawler's light. Believe me, you don't want to get dragged into the darkness.
So the darkness is the unique aspect of this mine. Now, this was the original entrance. If we started at the fourth act, we had to begin here. However, as you progress through the game, Nico will actually delve significantly below what you would have available if you just started at your own. And I think it stops around level 80 plus, maybe 90. So you can see we can skip everything. Up until monster level 74 at this point. Maybe we regain levels. That's going to improve. Right now we're level 82. For the first one though, we need to go here. So that's the quest. No, wrong way.
When I'm ready and not before.
So we probably have enough. Let's pick up the transmute.
Beauty. Look at it sparkle. Glows like blue embers in the dark. My machine here can turn these rocks into something a little more useful. You might need some extra light down there, so how about you put a few flares together? Mine's also full of dead ends and things that ought to be dead themselves. So get a blasting stick while you're at it. Should have enough for both on ya. Stay in the light.
We get to
Exile.
craft one flare, definitely a dynamite, 2 more flares. Okay, that's it. You have exactly what you need because this is sort of a tutorial / introduction to delves.
Hot little pair of sticks you got. Mind you, don't get them mixed up. Don't want to have to mop you up. Though I suppose blowing yourself to bits is better than getting lost in the dark down there. I suggest you bring a few sticks of dynamite and a few flares when you venture down there. Crawler will guide you to some large ore veins, but tossing a flare into the gloom might reveal some very pretty little treasures. Since the mine's been around for so long, all the easy pickings have already been pinched. Might have to do some excavating of your own if you want something truly precious. There's some fragile-looking walls down there. Reckon a well-placed stick of dynamite will turn those walls to rubble. Why don't you give that a go, eh? I'll let you keep whatever you find on the other side.
So now that this is over, we can actually delve a bit deeper. Level 34 is sort of pointless. Let's try level 71. That's a decent start. Okay, 147. We have about 1,000 sulfite.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, how much Azerite did we get? About 300 Azerite. Can we continue? Yes, we can. This camp is rogue exiles. That's not good. Don't have much curse mitigation. Six socket, okay. Gold ring. Restless rabble. Okay, let's drop a flare here. When you see these enemies charging, they will temporarily shut off the sulfite light, and if you're caught in the darkness, you take a lot of damage over time. But that's what the flares are for. And there's an offering to the goddess. Okay, that changes plans a little bit. Supreme spiked shield, definitely.
Too much clutter.
That's not good. Let's go back to the mine.
Thought I was imagining things the first time I saw it. The darkness squeezing in. Wish I was just imagining it, but the deeper you go, the harder it squeezes. You ought to put some of your azurite towards making our lights a bit brighter at the generator. Wasn't long ago I went too deep into the mine too quickly. Chasing glittering riches I was. Lost track of me light. Strayed into the dark.
Definitely heard of that one before.
Was being eaten from the inside of my body. I was lucky to make it back. The deeper you go, the quicker the darkness will kill you. You need to insulate yourself at the generator. No amount of azurite's worth your life.
So we
Be careful,
definitely have to keep
Exile.
an eye out for the resistance. You can see it here. Let's try the capacity upgrades. And the resistance, light radius. One more flare capacity, that's actually good. And what else? Some resistance and light radius. More light radius? Yeah, that's at 94%, that's decent. Of course, it's all relative to the depth. And if you can pull up the chart here, it's all getting, let's say, less effective the deeper you are. So you have to keep using the azurite to upgrade it. Just keep that in mind, that if you start delving down and the light radius is too short, or the darkness does a lot of damage, maybe you haven't been keeping up with some of these upgrades. Not much thinking to it, but if you're like me and you always forget, make a mental note to be checking on the generator here, and to replenish the flares. So let's go to this azurite fissure. This is a, let's say, tier 3 one. You can see this is a 1, a 2. These ones are tougher, of course, but they offer a lot more azurite. There's even a nice boss that looks like a I want to say winged dragon. We do have 4
When I'm
flares,
ready
so it
and
should be
not
okay. We're going to abuse the decoy totem. That was a close one. Thankfully the light didn't go out. So that's Black Howl. One of the 2 uniques that can spawn here. Okay, that's good. Do we need to pick up anything else? I think not. Car receptor,
Too
yeah.
much clutter.
Fine. And what can we upgrade? Darkness resistance. Capacity. The capacity is more of a quality of life one. You can stockpile a lot more sulfite before you have to come to the mine and to the delves. Otherwise, once you reach the maximum, at this point it's 4,000. Any more that you pick up is wasted. So how about another flare? More capacity. Actually, 4,000 is enough. These are much better. Positive darkness resistance means that you take very little damage. So let's go back to my hideout. We have 400 left, that's fine. When we fill up with 4,000 other sulfite, excuse me, we're gonna be back. For now, let me sell everything. Yeah, those two. 78 armor is not very useful as a fracture. The Supreme Spiked Shield, no. Added lightning to spells, that's a tier 2, but everything else is kind of useless.
Huh.
And the offering to the goddess was really a lucky find, because it means we can actually access the 4th labyrinth. And Unholy Authority is going to be very helpful. But that's for the next video. Let me place it here so that I don't forget about it. Hope you enjoyed the short one, the short episode. And we're gonna be back with more Path of Exile really soon. Hope to see you then.